You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Mayflower Athletics founder and CEO, Justin Summerville. How are you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me, Brandon. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to start a sports equipment business?
Yeah, so I've been a big sports fan my entire life. I watch all sorts of sports. Football is my favorite sport to watch, and it is my favorite sport. And I watch a lot of football. Never had the chance to play myself, and I noticed that there was a need for a shock absorber in the front area of the helmet. There wasn't anything to absorb impact force, and so I invented something to take care of that problem. But that's kind of when I had that light bulb moment when I was watching football and said, I can invent something to make a difference. And I like helping people out, and I wanted to make athletes safer, and that's why I started the company.
What was it like to create the business, and how did you come up with the name of Mayflower Athletics?
Yeah, it's Mayfield Athletics, but our official company name is Hobert-Mayfield. And so I named that company after my grandfather. My grandfather's name was Hobert, and he was from Mayfield, Kentucky. And he's somebody that I always looked up to. He's a World War II veteran, decorated veteran, and always loved hearing his stories, and I wanted to honor him. And that's why I named the company after him. And during the business process of starting the company and getting everything rolling, I had an advisor that looked at our name, Hobert-Mayfield, and he was super blunt and honest. He said, "Your name sucks." And I said, "Oh, all right, I got to make a change." So that's when we started calling ourselves Mayfield Athletics, because it had more of a sports ring to it instead of Hobert-Mayfield. But Hobert-Mayfield is still our official name.
What was that transition like from going from Hobert-Mayfield to Mayfield Athletics?
It was pretty simple. We had to do a little bit of rebranding. A lot of our logos and all that obviously had Hobert-Mayfield, so we had to do a little bit of rebranding, but it was fairly simple. You just had to register your doing business as name, which is Mayfield Athletics, but it was relatively simple. Anytime the government gets involved with registration, there might be a little delay in getting it officially registered, but it was pretty simple. It wasn't that bad.
What kind of services and products do you offer for Mayfield Athletics?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now, the product that we have on the field is a shock absorber for face masks called Safe Clip. It replaces the existing clips on the helmet, and I actually have one right here. I can show you. This product right here is Safe Clip. You take the existing clips off, and you put our clip on there. It allows the face mask to move, absorbs, and dissipates at impact force. So that's the product that we have on the field right now. We also offer face masks as well. This is our face mask. We make those as well. We also have a small athletic apparel line. So you can get custom apparel, hats, shirts, other equipment customized if you wish. But our main product is Safe Clip, our shock absorber.
What was the process like of getting that product out to the audience and making sure it is safe for the football players to use?
It was not without its share of hurdles. I'll say that. It's a long process to get a new product on the field and really get awareness of that product. It was a fantastic learning process, and I'm still learning even today. But to take an idea from a concept that you draw on a piece of paper to an actual product, it's an awesome thing to do, and it's really rewarding and really exciting. But it takes time. You're talking about going from concept, and then you go through the patent process, which takes some time. So you apply for your provisional patent, then you get your utility patent applied for, then you start making your prototype, and you go to the manufacturers. And it was just a lot of learning on the fly, and I've loved every minute of it.
Of course, with the face mask, do you only offer like the defensive face masks that I saw in your product, or do you offer regular face masks?
Yeah, so for the face mask, the one that you saw would be more for linemen, say defensive linemen or offensive linemen, but we do have lighter face masks as well for skill positions, say the wide receiver, running back, because you definitely don't want a heavy face mask when you're playing a speed position. So we do have other face masks available, and the important thing to note is Safe Clip fits all of those. We fit about 95% of current helmet models on the field today.
Of course, what teams are using your face mask cover in college?
So we've talked to a number of NCAA teams. There's nobody officially using SafeClip at the NCAA level. We have a few college players using our face masks, but we don't have SafeClip at the college level yet. I've talked to a number. There's a lot of red tape, as you can well imagine, at the D1 level. And so we're trying to cut through that red tape and get our product on some helmets there. We've had a couple of tests with some schools on their helmets, but it's a process. We're working on that.
What was it like to have them test your helmets on the D1 level?
Mm-hmm. So anytime you deal with a college, especially at the D1 level, it's all about building relationship. So it's a longer process. You got to talk to the athletic director. You got to talk to the equipment manager. You got to cultivate that relationship with them. You got to come to an agreement about how many helmets you're going to allow that product to be tested on. Then you get those helmets installed, and then they go to practice. It's a long process, but it's relationship building. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's what we're still working on. It's a lot of fun.
Do you have any of your products on the NFL professional level?
Again, that's something that we're working on. I've talked to a number of NFL athletes. We actually have a former athlete involved with our company, and but we are talking to a number of NFL players, getting them excited about our product. We've gotten some great interest from there, but that's another process that we're going through.
Of course, besides college football and NFL football, do you offer your products to XFL players and CFL players and AFL?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we apply across the board. I mean, you're talking to any professional league, any semi-professional league, we would apply to. This product is retrofittable to about 95% of current helmet models out there, and we fit them all. And again, that's across the board. XFL, CFL, NFL, semi-pro, arena football, we could be installed on any of those helmets.
Do you have products only for football, or do you have products for other sports too?
That's a really great question. Right now, SafeClip is specifically for football, but this design, the patent, if you will, can be applied to other sports as well. You're talking lacrosse, hockey, any helmet that utilizes a face mask, we could apply to. And that's our next area of growth and something I want to concentrate on moving forward.
Where are y'all distributed out of?
Mm-hmm. So I started the company in Michigan. I'm born and raised in just north of Detroit, Michigan. I'm a Wolverine. Love the state, but that's where I started the company. That's where we're based out of. I tried to use as many Midwest manufacturers as I could to develop and manufacture SafeClip. And I was able to accomplish that, and I'm pretty excited about that fact. But most of our manufacturing does come from the Midwest area.
Of course, being in Michigan and Detroit Lions and Michigan Wolverines, and along with Michigan State, is right there. Have you used them as testing subjects for your products?
We've had a lot of discussions, and we'll continue to do so. I actually just talked to the Michigan athletic equipment manager just a couple days ago. I'll continue to do that, and it's a lot of relationship building. And I feel like we were paused a little bit, as a lot of businesses were during the pandemic. And so we're just kind of re-engaging and getting back into those discussions and relationship building with a lot of the schools in the NFL right now, which is good. I'm glad that we're able to start re-engaging.
Can you talk about, of course, what it was like during COVID to come out with this product, but then obviously football being kind of canceled and you can't really use it?
It was not fun. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. It wasn't fun going through the pandemic. Being a sports company and having sports and football specifically paused and a lot of places canceled, it just wasn't easy for our company to absorb that. There's a lot of stress, and we're not alone in that. There's hundreds and thousands of other companies that were in the same position that we were, but it was not a fun experience to go through. But I'm glad that we're able to start reconnecting. I'm glad that football's coming back. I'm glad that here in Michigan, the Detroit Lions are going to be having a full stadium in the fall. And I'm excited for that. It's good to see football coming back.
Of course, with you being in Detroit and Michigan, how important is it to have Michigan teams represent your product as you are in their home state?
Oh, absolutely. It's extremely important. Extremely important. I mean, the fact that we're based in Michigan, if we can get all these Michigan teams on board and using our product, that's enormously positive for us. And that's why I'm excited to be able to start re-engaging with these teams and getting in those schools. And, at the high school level, we have a number of high schools here in the state that do use our product. And we've seen great results on the field with those schools. Oxford High School here in Michigan was was the first school in the nation to fully adopt SafeClip for all their helmets. And they saw great results, and we're pretty excited about that.
What is it like for you to have your own sports empire?
I would say I'm still building that empire. I'm working on that. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun being involved in sports. Like I said, I've loved watching sports and being involved with sports my entire life. So to meet former athletes, professional athletes, and current athletes is something that's been a lot of fun. And sometimes you meet people that you didn't know were involved in sports at the time. It's just a quick story, but I was at an event a couple years back, and I actually met the owner of the San Francisco 49ers and didn't even know it until after the fact. I shook his hand, I talked with him for a couple minutes, and I didn't realize until he was up on stage that he was the San Francisco 49ers owner. I was like, oh, well, I would have said something different had I known, but you meet a lot of cool people, and it's a lot of fun.
Of course, with football, have you used your product on former football players that aren't playing now?
Yeah, so like I said, we have a former athlete with our company, and he told us when he got involved with our company, he said, if I was still playing, I would be wearing this product. And my response was, all right, let's get you back in the league. Let's get you on there. But yes, we've had a number of discussions, and I know several former athletes at the NFL level, and they've been great champions for our product.
What are some of your future plans for your business?
Mm-hmm. So right now, SafeClip is an add-on product. It's an aftermarket product. It's a product that you put on your current helmet and you make it better. My plan is to come out with an entire helmet system, incorporating SafeClip as part of our entire system. And that's what I'm working on right now. I do have a patent protecting that, but I'm pretty excited about that project. We're approaching shock absorption from a direction that's not been seen in the industry today. It's different from all current technology, and I'm pretty excited about it. And it's got applications for all sports that utilize a helmet, and even outside of sports as well. I mean, you're talking motorcycle helmets, skiing helmets, equestrian helmets, military helmets. This technology would apply to that, and I'm really excited about that. But that's a future for us.
Of course, for my audience that are looking to buy the product, where can they buy the product and how much is the product?
Mm-hmm. So retail price for SafeClip, if you would go on our website right now, is $29.99. You can go on there and you can buy 1, 2, 50 sets of SafeClip if you wish. But you can go to www.mayfieldathletics.com or www.getsafeclip.com. We have 2 different websites. It takes you to the same place, but you can go on there. You can see what the product's about. You can order it on the websites.
What advice would you give somebody looking to start their own sports business, introducing sports equipment and products?
I would say don't expect to be an overnight success. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to be prepared to take some risk. You got to be prepared to overcome some hurdles, and it's going to take time. Success, anything worth doing doesn't happen overnight, and success takes time, and it's worth fighting for. And you can have fun along the way, though. That's what I would tell somebody that's looking to get into this industry.
What advice would you give somebody looking to start their own sports empire?
Mm-hmm. I would say keep pushing forward. Don't quit. Don't quit. Again, success doesn't come overnight. And if you want to build an empire, you got to build it starting from the ground up. You got to build that foundation. You got to get dirty. You got to grind it out and just be successful from the ground up. And it's going to take time, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media along with finding the product at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so along with the websites, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. And I believe we have a Twitter. And I apologize, but I don't know those offhand. I will get those. But I don't have those handles here. But if you search SafeClip on any one of those platforms, our social page will come up.
Thank you again, Justin Summerville, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with the Mayfield Athletics.
Yeah, no, thank you again for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Justin, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thanks again. Take care.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.